I was browsing garden products online and found two things that made me so flabbergasted I had to make this video. We're talking about markups so insane, these companies must think we're stupid. A Dollar Tree basket being sold for $42. Plastic shelving with some lights attached going for $700. Let me show you exactly what's happening here, and more importantly, how to get the same results for a fraction of the cost. First up, this worm composter that'll run you $42. Looks pretty nice, right? Ventilated sides for airflow, comes with a lid to keep animals out. They market it as specially designed for composting. Here's the problem. This is a laundry basket, and not even an expensive one. You can get this same type of thing at Dollar Tree for $1.25. I'm not exaggerating. Same concept, same ventilated design, same size. The only difference? They stuck a lid on top and multiplied the price by 33. That's a 3,260% markup for a laundry basket. Now here's what really gets me. The ventilated design they're charging you for? That's actually correct for composting. You want airflow. Compost needs oxygen to break down properly. When you've got good ventilation, beneficial bacteria can do their job. The holes also let already existing earthworms go in and out, which is where the claim of it being a worm composter comes from. Your food scraps and yard waste turn into rich compost in a few months instead of turning into a smelly anaerobic mess that takes forever. But those holes in the side aren't some premium feature. They're basic composting requirements. And Dollar Tree nailed it completely by accident because that's how laundry baskets are made. The design works. It's legitimately good for composting. What makes it insulting is that someone looked at a $1.25 laundry basket and thought, I could charge $42 for this. But wait, they'll tell you the lid is worth the extra cost because it keeps varmints out of your compost. Sounds good until you actually look at the thing. The sides are full of holes. Big holes. Big enough for mice and rats to waltz right through. So you're paying an extra $40 for a lid that keeps out possums and raccoons, but rolls out the welcome mat for rodents. You've got a covered buffet for mice. Brilliant design. Here's what you actually do. Go to Dollar Tree. Get a ventilated basket for $1.25. If you really want a lid, grab a scrap piece of plywood or even heavy cardboard and set it on top. Total cost, under $5. You just saved $37. The composting works exactly the same because the design is exactly the same. And if you're actually worried about animals getting in, wrap the whole thing in quarter-inch hardware cloth. That'll cost you maybe $3 and actually works. You'll keep out everything from mice to raccoons. Still way cheaper than their useless solution, and you've got real varmint protection instead of theater. The fact that companies are selling this with a straight face tells you everything you need to know about how they view customers. They're betting you won't do the math. They're betting you'll see specially designed for worm composting and pull out your credit card without thinking. Don't fall for it. Now let's talk about this $700 grow light shelving system. They call it a professional indoor growing solution. It's plastic shelves with LED lights hanging underneath. That's it. $700. Oh, and they threw in 2 open storage bins. The kind you can get at Dollar Tree for $1.25 each. They're giving you $2.50 in storage bins and acting like it's a bonus feature. Here's the thing. If you actually love plants, you don't want storage bins taking up shelf space. You want more lights and more plants. Put your seed packets and tools in a bin next to the shelf unit, not on it. But sure, if you really need the bins, Dollar Tree has them. Add $2.50 to your total cost. You're still at $78.50 versus $700. I know the DIY version works because I built almost the exact same thing 30 years ago when I lived up in Michigan. Mine was metal utility shelving with incandescent bulbs, and it worked great for starting seeds and growing flowers indoors year-round. The plastic and LED version you can build today is actually better than what I had, and it'll cost you about 76 bucks. Here's the breakdown. A basic 4-shelf plastic shelving unit, $30. LED grow lights, and you need 3 sets, one for each of the bottom 3 shelves. These run about $10 per set, so that's another 30 bucks. Finally, hooks to hang the lights from the shelf bottoms. A pack with enough hooks will cost around $16. Add it up, $76 total. The lights actually come with screws, but depending on your shelf design, the hooks might work better. That's $76 versus $700. They're charging you a 921% markup for something you can build in 15 minutes. Let me walk you through the actual assembly because it's stupidly easy. Plastic shelving units snap together. No tools, no confusion. Takes maybe 10 minutes. Once your shelves are assembled, you're going to hang lights from the bottom of the first 3 shelves. The unit I found had slots molded into the bottom of each shelf, so you literally just hook the lights in. If you get solid shelves without slots, you'll need to drill a couple small holes in each shelves to run your hooks through. Either way, it's a 5-minute job. The top shelf doesn't get a light hanging over it unless you want to build some kind of stand or frame, which is overkill for most people. Just set your whole unit next to a window. The top shelf gets natural light, the lower 3 get LED light. Problem solved. One more thing. Get white shelves if you can. White reflects light. Dark colors absorb light. When you're growing plants indoors, every bit of light matters. White shelves bounce light back onto your plants from all angles. Dark shelves soak it up and your plants get less usable light. They'll grow slower and weaker. It's a small detail that makes a real difference. I grew marigolds and zinnias on mine. Bright yellow and red marigolds, vibrant orange and purple zinnias, full summer blooms in the middle of a Michigan winter. When it's gray and freezing outside for months, having that pop of color made a huge difference. I did some tomato seedlings one year too, but honestly the flowers were what made it worth it. You'd be shocked how much a shelf full of zinnias in January can improve your mood. It's the next best thing to moving to Florida, which I eventually did. It worked perfectly, and because LEDs put out almost no heat, you don't have to worry about melting plastic shelves like you would with old-school incandescent or fluorescent bulbs. LEDs are cool, energy efficient, and last forever. So you're looking at about $76 in parts, 10 minutes of assembly, and 5 minutes hanging lights, versus $700 for the professional version that's doing the exact same thing. These companies are counting on you not realizing how simple this actually is. They slap professional growing system on it and hope you think it's complicated enough to justify the price. It's not. It's plastic shelves and lights. That's the whole secret. Companies are betting you won't pull out a calculator and add up what things actually cost. They're hoping you'll see the marketing and assume there's something special going on. There's not. It's a Dollar Tree basket. It's plastic shelves and LEDs. Do the math, build it yourself, and keep your money. That's all for now. Subscribe to see more.